Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Tenez the Human, and welcome to our Civilization 5 Wonder Challenge. It is going to be a Wonder-only run. I will allow myself some other little bits and pieces, but I'll explain the rules as they become relevant. As you might well imagine, we are going to go with Ramesses II Egypt, with their production towards wonders. It's pretty much the only sensible choice. Can't really think of anyone else who would really make any sense, particularly you, Mr. Augustus Caesar. That one doesn't seem to work for me at all. Now, we could go for something like Casimir III because you get some little nice bonuses here or there, but essentially, no. Essentially, there's only really one option, and of course, we will indeed be sticking with our friend Ramesses. So, otherwise, we're on a fractal map. That's my favourite kind of map. Nice kind of mix of islands that are, well, pretty big normally. Little snippets of land dotted around. Oh, it's a nice kind of map. We have ourselves 8 players. I think that's the fairly standard size. We'll stick with that. We've gone for King difficulty. I usually play Emperor or Immortal. Immortal generally is my pick, but I think, well, being Wonder only, maybe we should step it back just a small bit. Prince is when everything is balanced. You don't gain anything. The AI doesn't gain anything. We'll give the AI some small buffs. I think hard is interesting enough for this challenge here, and we're going to go in quick pace because I think for this, yeah, we're going to be doing a fair bit of clicking through the turns as I'm not going to have quite so much to manage, so you might as well keep it on quick and keep it nice and simple. As for the advanced setup, well, I'm going to keep it entirely random. I'll probably keep these on quick, and to be honest, other than that, well, I'm going to happily, leave it pretty much as it is. We'll just see how it all goes. So, in we go, start up the game. An interesting start. This is actually the first load up, and I'm interested. We've got a marble for the production of ancient wonders. We've got stone, potentially for Stonehenge. Got ourselves silver and more silver as well. So that's 2 different, well, more silver, lots and lots of silver, and some marble, which is nice enough. We're a bit of a desert, not the worst thing, I suppose. We can get ourselves Petra and, well, the pyramids as well. This guy can move over in this direction. Okay, so we're going to get greener over here, more deserty over in this direction. Fine. So we want to get off this desert. This is certainly a nice enough sort of spot to have next to us. So that oasis is a big pile of food. So yeah, this isn't the worst idea in the world. More ruins to go and discover. Fine. We'll stick with this one then. We're on a hill by the water. Not only 2 water attack approaches, so it's not the worst water spot in the world. Hopefully we'll be nice and safe. Usually on Fractual, there's normally only 2 or 3 other civs right by you. You're not normally too exposed. So hopefully Thebes will be completely okay. Hopefully we won't meet anyone too demonic and evil early on into the game here. Bit of early culture. Not the best thing, not the worst thing in the world. I guess we'll take it. As for tech, well, yeah, I think Great Library is definitely where we want to go. Although, definitely need to get myself towards quarries as well. Quarries would probably be nice. I tell you what. Should we do? No, we need to go straight for the Great Library. Straight for the Great Library, and we'll come back for the quarries. As we get things constructed, we'll then start getting ourselves the marble, because that will definitely help. Now, as I say, no buildings to be built, but we will have production from the city. I think that is absolutely fine. Civ 5 rather than Civ 6, of course, doesn't have the districts, so that's, it's a slightly different game to doing this on Civilization 6. In many ways, I guess it's slightly advantageous on this to do it, and I suppose you can just fit ridiculous, endless piles of wonders on this particular game. Of course, tradition is the only way to go. We want to get ourselves aristocracy for the production bonus, and I guess we can get some buildings like the aqueduct by doing by getting it for free via culture traits. So we can get that kind of population, lovely. Yeah, we can have buildings if they come with other things, be it one of our little cultural tenants or be it for a wonder. Lots of the wonders, of course, have various of those that come with them. You know, we get Gardens of the Hanging Garden of Babylon and all of that kind of nonsense. Let's swing down this way. In fact, to be honest, you can wander off over there. We're going to send you down to this one. And actually, this looks like we're in a bit of an edge of the map. I like the fractal maps. They're nice and bendy, a nice mix of decent sized continents, but kind of interesting shapes, not just like a big circle. A lot of them, when you play continents, are a little bit like that. Now, we could go for a second scout, but I am just going to go for the builder. The worker would probably be a good plan. One more. We should go. Crudely drawn map. No one wants a crudely drawn map. Yep. We didn't really learn very much at all there, did we? We just learned that there's a bit more desert and some oranges down here. We'll go grab those oranges in time. Fine. Nothing too interesting in that corner of the map, but good to know it's fairly safe. And with pottery, we're on our way to getting the Great Library. A turn 14 start of the Great Library is probably about what we want, to be honest. We haven't gained ourselves a tech, which is unfortunate. That would really have been the ideal situation. Liberty will get us onto the pyramids, which is potentially what we want to be doing. If we're going down masonry anyway, we'll get ourselves the option of pyramid before too long. Send the scout over in this direction and send this lad onto the hill and maybe just wander up to the north. Looks like it's a tundra up there. It's not too interesting, but yeah, there's some more silver and there is a city-state, which is good to know. On the hill, can't see too much more. I can see some more silver. Interesting. So yeah, at the moment obviously we have Thebes, and one of the key questions here potentially is how many different, okay, lots and lots of barbs over there. We'll ignore them for the time being. Yeah, how many cities do we want? Almaty, no one's met them yet. It's nice to meet you, Almaty. Is that Kazakhstan? I think it is, isn't it? One day Kazakhstan. Lovely. So we have a lovely trade. Are they trading friends? I assume they are mercantile. They're militaristic. Interesting. Okay. Well, I suppose that makes some sense as well. Hopefully that scout doesn't get himself murdered. If Almaty are up there, you know what? We'll come back and explore that more later. More ruins yet. Yeah. So we got ourselves a worker. One turn from the Great Library beginning, which is good news. Up to 4 pops, so a decent start here. All we can do is build a farm. Not the worst thing in the world. And okay, yeah, what do you want to do? I tell you what. Well, there's no point of doing a settler. Let's just get a warrior. Let's get a turn of warrior build going. We can come back to that later. One thing I always notice on the Yogscast games, Lewis obviously always dominates on Civ 5, is there is a tendency of making sure he has troops 1 turn from completion in all of his cities and then just holds them back. So people think he has less units than he does, and then immediately he has himself a whole new unit. Often a good plan. Obviously the AI kind of knows how much you have and will attack you as a result. If you want to lure them into an attack, it's not a bad way of doing it. Oh yes. Oh, John Milton, truer words, and more ruins. We seem to have claimed all the ruins here, and I'm only finding more city-states thus far. This looks like another corner, and I suspect this might well be the edge of the map. But I guess we'll find out in time. Okay, Mr. Warrior, you go grab this, and maybe we'll see how much the scout gets up to, but maybe we'll go take out that camp in time. Now, with that underway, we need to make sure we change that production round. I think, yeah, down to mining and masonry. Yeah, we need to be getting ourselves the quarry here, because that marble is perfect for us building our wonders. So next term, anything of interest? Up in the north, settling population. Oh, that is lovely, up to 5 already. Okay, and that means... Oh, I didn't change the thing. We lost a turn on the Great Library. If we lose it by a turn, you can blame me. I'm going to lose it by a turn now. I'm an utter numpty. Oh, at least we're 2 turns from that later on. And to be honest, I think now we'll go over to production focus, which won't change a lot. It still says 12 turns. Did that change anything? And just change those 2 round. Let's just keep that one on for the time being. I don't have a lot of production, which is a bit of an issue. I do have hills. I do have options going forward, and certainly if we have Petra, we'll be smiling. But until then, not a lot going on. Looks like the Rock of Gibraltar. In fact, I can almost see that out. Well, I can pretty much see that out of the window from where I live. But we can see it here as well. Isn't that absolutely marvelous? Gorgeous stuff. So. Bit of a corner down here. We've got the Rock of Gibraltar, as ever, in a completely useless place on the edge of a pointy little bit of map. It'd be interesting if it was always like in between two sort of continent things. I guess that's maybe a little bit complicated for them to program, but I don't know. It always seems to end up in an awkward place right next to some city-state. Seems to be very city-state friendly in my experience. So, you've lost a bit of health, which suggests someone's attacking you. Not quite sure whom that may be, but we are yet to meet them. Hopefully, we'll meet someone before. Well, do we want to meet anyone? Probably not. I mean, judging by this, if we're in this corner, culture victory seems unlikely. I was tempted by the Parthenon, because it's always quite a big boost early on to get that. But, yeah, if we're so far away from people and on a different continent to many, then maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe it's not, you know. Okay, we're now... I'm going to have to go up to the hill here because we've got ourselves a bit stuck with those lads, which is problematic. As for you, my good sir, mine is one turn away, so get yourself... These are both quarries, aren't they? What are we doing? You get yourself over there. Oh, you're going for the fish. I don't want fishies. I mean, I like fish, but not quite what I'm looking for right now. Okay. Probably should have thought about this because realistic... there's a farm over there. We'll go build that farm. Now, pyramids. Let's give us the option of pyramids when we're done with this old business. I don't like to take the heal. We'll get the drill for now. Heal up. He can't kill you. He'll kill himself and you'll just about survive. And Hanoi, right. They are not... They have met someone else already, which means there must be someone over in this corner. Keep on exploring. Find them yet, but a lot of city-states. A lot of city-states, 4 of them already in our midst, which means, yeah, culture might not be the way, but maybe. And military seems unlikely if we're this distant from people, but, yeah, diplomacy could be a one. Probably makes sense to spend some of this big bucket of money I have on some production tiles. So let's go and grab that, shall we? Possibly a good idea for the time being. Got plenty of money. That's going to get us there in 7 turns. Can I boost that over the line? Maybe buy that silver as well. Grab that one. That takes away the food. We're on starvation now, but for short term, maybe we'll take it. Just keep an eye on all of that nonsense. Now, as for you, swing your way over here. Still not met anyone. Where the sod are they? Somewhere in this distant land. Oh. Shouldn't have asked for that, really, should I? So welcome to Attila, the great of the Huns. Definitely should read that with different intonation, but that is what I'm now sticking with. Could steal his worker. Probably not the best idea. Will it Phoebe starve while we build ourselves a library? Great artist does sometimes starve themselves. That's how we're going to work. We got ourselves a battering ram. That's unsurprising. Okay, we could build good friendships by defending them against the Huns. Interesting idea. That certainly gives us some options. And with 1 turn away from that, we're almost done. That's the farm done as well. Isn't that glorious? Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. You seem very, very injured now. I'm going to have to retreat, even though I was very close to defeating that second unit there. Bit of a shame. A few turns away. I'm getting really nervous now. Turn 23. I mean, even on the high difficulties, Great Library is much more like turn 25. I've seen it. Have I seen it? How early have I seen it? Around 20 maybe, but then they do start with extra text, and if they get themselves a lucky draw on... what do you call it, on the camps. We haven't actually got that, which is unfortunate. That would be ideal for this particular tactic, but we haven't got lucky with that. What's over here, by the way? There's still a big gap. No, just Manila. Just Manila. Okay, we've got ourselves the pyramids now. We obviously want to go towards Petra, and the question is, do we want to get anything like this on the way? Caravan... horses. You know what? Horses is production. So let's give ourselves the option of that production. And then we'll head over to Petra. No one's going to get there anytime soon. We must really make sure we prioritise the important choices. Oh, okay. So a Hunnic scout has gone down here. We'll leave that to them. Maybe that will distract them for the time being. So that's probably in our best interests, to be honest. Because I would like to have... yeah, I'd like to have these city-states on my side. Maybe we're seeing where the direction of the game is going at this point. Both my units are really struggling here, so we're going to withdraw from all of those lands. This guy is going to withdraw as well because new units are spawned, and that's problematic. This is where the second scout would have made a big difference, but Thebes, 1 turn away. Great library. Come on, don't give me the bomb. Don't give it to me. Yes. Is that the first? I think it's the first Pantheon, by the way. Oh, this is lovely. Good old Francis of Bacon. 1 free tech, obviously. Free library, which is marvellous. 2 slots of great slots of writing. And we got ourselves some horses. Have we? Any horses around? No. There are some over there. So, a second city. Do we want a second? Well, we do want more than one city. It's going to be madness to. This guy's dead. Well, that is really not good. Really not good. Okay. Choose production. We need a warrior, first and foremost. Let's go back to default. Take off the locks. And just... What's the game want to do? Change it. You changed around yet? I'm not sure it's processed what I just told it to do. Why are we still dying? Right, you're also locked. Oh, I think I'd unlocked, but it hadn't actually reset anything back on. So let's just default. Are you going to use the... There we go. That's how it works. I forgot how all of that business worked for there for a moment. Fine, back to +3. We do want citizens growing. I just took that as a temporary hit. And obviously you want to take the 10 turns over to poetry and drama, which gets us to the next era. Seen a few get there. I'm just about getting there, but I'm prioritising certain techs. Okay, with that unit gone, it's really imperative then that I get this lad back home. I guess I could steal a worker. Honestly, not that important, and I suppose I do want to be making friends, but it does now give me, yeah, the option of what I'm doing. Petra, straight wheel, straight line to Petra at this point. I do like the hang gardens as well. Great for the food. And Petra, oh yeah, that's what we want to see. Something like the Oracle is not important. Colossus is nice to have, but not important. Statue of Zeus, nice to have to keep you protect. Well, it's attacking cities. I'm not really planning on doing that. So Stonehenge would have been nice, but honestly, not that much of a focus. If we get a chance to grab it, no one else has, we'll do so. But for now, we'll leave it where we are. So, are these guys going to survive? No. Hardly surprising. They're dead. D-E-D, dead. So, unfortunately, probably should have taken that here a while back. That would have actually done the job. Writers Guild. That counts as a wonder. Good. Well, that's good. We'll continue to treat it that way. Fine. We'll get ourselves a pyramid. Or pyramids, I should say. Pyramidae. Let's make it like that. Let's make it a pyramidae. That sounds terrible. I regret my decisions. Anyway, we'll flick through the turns. We'll see how things develop. I think now I just need to really get some... Yeah... Buy some units, to be honest. Purchase an archer. That's a good plan. Can I purchase buildings? No, I can't purchase. But I'm going to make that decision now. Can't purchase buildings. That still doesn't. Oh, look at that juicy worker just waiting to be plucked. I do need the production. Oh, it's tempting, but no. Actually, no. You go up there. You go sit on the hill. We'll hopefully get this guy home. Hopefully. I think they're coming towards me though. So we'll have to see about all of that. Oh dear, we might struggle getting him back. But maybe we just need to go on the offensive with it. Probably a good idea. So let's start strolling forward. Yeah, let's start moving towards them. Game keeps on teasing me with this worker over here. I really want it, but I don't want it quite that much. Okay, you shoot him down. You move forward. And I've bought myself another archer. To be honest, if I'm not spending money on buildings, I'll be spending them on troops. So what do I want to do in my second city? Well, oh yeah, worker in the capital. That wouldn't be the worst idea. Do I need anything else of this urgently? Not sure I do. An extra worker would be nice. So let's go with that. Construction rate increase by 25%. Mix that in with the pyramids and oh, we are looking good. So we're just getting the 2 quarries built. You go and grab yourself some silver. We could do with that. Although we already have silver, actually. Because, of course, it's on this hill, isn't it? There we are. +4 from marble. +4 from silver. So, the pyramids are getting underway. Wasn't expecting that. But, they're gone. Probably should have seen that one coming. Here comes... Get used to that tune. It's going to be very, very familiar very, very soon indeed. Okay. Oh, there we are. Just going to go on guard mode. No, it's an empty camp, Thomas. You utter numpty. Right. This is a key point now where we hopefully get ourselves a couple of these key ones early on. Pyramids, good. Great libraries in the bag. That should help our science, which is admittedly low. But I'd like to get a settler out because as much as other cities are interesting in terms of not necessarily being the most useful thing in the world, because obviously I want to kind of get as many wonders as here as possible. That's really what you want to do on Civ 5. It's just dump as many of them. But you do want a good second city. And we are going to need more than one. So let's just figure out how we do that. And I think obviously we should plug this gap here from Attila. So they put initially Novgorod, which is now one of theirs. We need to build one hill over here by the river. Maybe right in the middle. Right in the middle here. Maybe then we can just block it up with our tiles either way. We've got the river, we've got a bit of forest, we've got some hill. It's a good defensive position. We've got these lands too. Well, we won't want to step forward and defend them, but they are there as a barrier. So, well, actually, maybe one down here isn't the worst idea. Maybe one here, one over this way, and then a fourth up here. Maybe we should just go for the classic tradition 4 cities. Might be a good plan. Okay, let's attack an uphill. Let's not do that for the time being. Wait for the reinforcements to arrive. And at this point, oh yeah, we're building up nicely. Our economy's good. We've got a bit of culture coming in. I wouldn't mind the Parthenon if I had an opportunity. We're open terrain over here, but we're going to be fighting most likely in future on rough terrain. So let's get you in that direction. Okay, you might as well attack down the hill onto him. That's good. Keep building the silver. Well, apparently Attila wants to trade with me, which is interesting. He's going to give me horses, which I guess is a good thing. I don't have any. And he wants some silver. I'll tell you what, we'll make it 5 and accept embassy. Is that going to work? Very nice, you see, a bit of bargaining. I will take that. So, hanging gardens and 1 turn away. I can't help but notice, though, that, yeah, there are some other lands in this direction now. So, I think we've cleared out what we need to over here. Let's get back to home because I was trying to build that silver, but they've turned up. And we're 1 turn away from the pyramids. Tell me I've got them. Tell me I've got... Something went bong, but it's not this. Oh, yes. We are Egypt, and we have the pyramids. And now, 2 new... Oh, God, we really did need 2 new workers. Okay, we have all the workers in the world. This is a classic Egypt thing. I guess at this point, we should probably just get that... we could purchase it. No, we haven't saved up the money for that. 6 turns. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay. Bit of stone and marble. That is going to give us a little bit of a bonus. Parthenon is some culture. Don't really need the tourism. Hang Gardens is the best bet. Honestly, I am going to... 8 turns on Petra. 8 turns on Petra. I need to get Petra. So I'm going to prioritise that. That is definitely what I should be doing at this point in time. Let's... I really wish I could buy this set. Do I need... I don't need the settler now. I really don't. I'm not under any pressure. There aren't any nearby neighbours who are really pushing me. Let's go for the Hanging Gardens. Let's see if we're on... production... Food is okay. What if we do that? Well, we're 5 turns on food production. That will get us a bit closer. You, just into the city. You, past the city. We should be fine in time. I heard something go womp, but was that... I thought I heard the wonder building thing happen. Maybe I missed it. You, sir, they destroyed it. It's not like I don't have any workers, though. We're fine. Back to business. Right, you chaps get on with that. A deal. Have they just declared war with me? Have they just ended the deal? Why have they ended the deal? Why has that happened? What happened to our deal? Did they just cancel it? I guess they just cancelled it. Okay. I forgot is that something that you can do on this, but apparently it is. So we'll get ourselves a farm. we'll keep on building all of this nonsense. In retrospect, it might have been a good idea, to be honest, to have a bit more of a forested area, but I didn't think about that right at the start. It's something that I very rarely do. I don't normally chop down the forest for production, but it is something I've just had a little nosy at so far here. Just going to make sure we get ourselves into a good position to shoot down this lad. You just need to get around that hill, which is marvellous. Keep on building the mines. And no attack from these guys on Temple of Artemis built. Good. People are building the ones that I haven't gone for. I wouldn't mind. I mean, the thing, obviously, you want all the wonders, but at the start of the game, everyone's pretty much in the same position. You can't be too greedy with all of that nonsense. So, okay. We get less and less production the further away it is from the city, so probably not the best idea to chop down that forest. Not worth an awful lot to us. We can, though, build a little bit on there. We'll just chop down that forest. It's only 13 production, but it is going to speed this up just a little bit. 3 turns from currency, 9 turns from that completion, but we have now just a new pop, so we're just going to change that round. That now puts us on to 5 turns. Okay, how much was it from that? 3. See if we can just tweak this a little bit more in our favour. Maybe we can. Not an awful lot of production left lying around though, so I guess we'll just have to see what comes up. The Hanging Gardens are ours, and now we really are going to go and get ourselves a scout, please. Not a scout, a settler. A settler's a much better idea. Annoyingly, spending all this time taking up this, and the damn old Matties stepped in and took it at the last moment, which is really annoying because they had themselves a mission. Although, judging by that, does that mean that there's still something else around? So, I guess so, because this guy actually gets stolen for a moment by some wandering warrior. So, yeah, there might still be something around. At the moment, not really seeing great artists, not really seeing many opportunities. There are barbarian encampments, though. So I should probably start to consider moving over in this direction to help them out. But I should make sure I've cleared up all of my nonsense first. And to start off with, we do need to get ourselves a settler. So we'll move this lad down here just to finish up some of this work. You can see I'm starting to build the road so that we can get the settler there nice and easy. Stonehenge has been built. That's fine. We can now build Petra, by the way. We just finished the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Nice pile of food for us. We're immediately going to ruin that by having ourselves a settler. Anyway, it's fine. We're just going to keep on building this road, and hopefully this guy will be absolutely safe. Can't see. Ah, there we are. There's the barb camp. So yeah, we're just going to dump this lad over here. And I think, we've just done trapping. Yeah, we finished that. Come on, build ourselves a camp. Lovely stuff. Things are coming nicely though. I've got myself a few of the key early wonders. Pyramids, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which is sort of a bonus one really. It's not one of the key ones, but certainly great library. That's what we want to see. So the other thing that I'm slightly stuck about right now is there's a few wonders which are like the national wonders, which you can only build by having all the buildings in the cities. And those ones, it feels like I'm kind of missing out on them. It feels like National College is like, you kind of have to have the National College. So do I need to, I guess I could actually just build that. If I only have one city, then I guess I can do the National College. Interesting point, Thomas, interesting point. That does get me around that little side problem there. Okay, let's work towards philosophy. And then maybe I don't build the city until I build the National College. Okay, that at least gets around that one, because National College is absolutely crucial, and there's no way I can kind of get around that one. As for the next thing we want, production for buildings, that's completely worthless. Increase the culture, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go down the rest of tradition for the time being. Don't mind having someone to shoot down at the enemies when they approach the city. Farm over there. Now, where is the city going to be, by the way? If I work this out, then I can work out where the road's going. Parthenon has been built. It's a shame, but Statue of Zeus by Attila, of course. That's one reason we could have built it. It's just to stop them from getting it. But hey-ho. Right, we'll send you round. You should be fine to take him out next turn. That's marvellous. 1 turn from the settler. Thank Jeebus. Yeah, I'm tempted by this spot here, actually, on the silver once again. because it's a nice defendable block here, and then maybe the second one goes up north. But then I'm just piling on the silver. And do I really need more silver? Probably not. Maybe I should just build the one across the middle. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Either way, if we've not got too many neighbours, then maybe we don't have to worry about all the silver stuff. We haven't really got people to give it to that way, have we? In time, we'll move into all of those positions. So, -3 gold now. I don't know when that happened, but apparently that has happened. I'm going to send the settler completely unguarded into an area where I know the local towns are asking me to deal with barbarians, but we'll ignore all of that. Petra it is. 6 turns from Petra. Please get us to Petra. Default focus would be 5 turns to grow, 7 to... Ah, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Can't see any more problems here. I'm just going to build another road through this path. And I think at this point, grab ourselves... Oh, it's so close. So close. Okay, as long as Hanoi don't turn up to steal it from me once again and make sure that they don't like me. That would be really irritating. It's a golden age. Oh, beautiful. I'm used to when I hear that, I think on my end card, it's a golden age as we nuke the world. No, it's not a day to nuke the world. Oh, I was meant to put you on that tile. Okay, you know what, it's fine. So we're basically, I'm just going to settle here because then I'm kind of free away from both of them. I still get them. I'm just going to eat up to the river, and that gives me a nice boundary. And at this point, we can just get these lads to... Well, you need to heal up. The arch can go and stand around. We just want to... I don't want to stop the camps. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of barb camp farming, particularly if I'm trying to please some of the local friends around here. So, yeah, we've got ourselves a new city. Well, we don't want to actually build it, do we? Because we want the National College. Oh, Thomas, you've got it all wrong again. What? You've taken tribute from a city-state? You shock me, sir. You will pay for this. Yes, well, I've kind of got to say that. But yeah, I do need to start thinking about how I might defend all of this, particularly if they're going to start getting a bit pokey. Now, I don't know what is in this direction, but I'm just kind of assuming that they're near the end of the map here. It might not be. There might be tons more in that direction, but I do not know that for the time being. 2 turns from Petra. Oh, we are close at this point, aren't we? Very, very close indeed. These guys are just sitting around. Now, I am a little bit tempted by one idea, which is, if we build the city, could we build the library and then demolish it after? Is that fair? Because obviously you can build the National College and then build a new city which doesn't have a library. So it isn't like you always have a library in all your cities if you've got a National College, but it's just a prerequisite to build it in the first place. Does that make sense? I suppose it makes sense. I'm going to go with that plan, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't. It should be. We can demolish the building anytime we want. So I guess that's what we're going to do. We built ourselves Memphis up in the forested hills over here, and I think that's probably for the best. Get ourselves a nice bit of hill there. That should give us a nice city connection, which hopefully sorts out the fact that money has kind of stopped existing. And 1 turn from Petra. Oh, if we can get this, life will be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we can't build any of these, but we can get the Writers Guild. So I suppose that's what we're going to do over there. That's now the Writers Guild land. And yeah, let's start sending our troops over here because we need to guard from the border. Oh god, I was terrified for a moment. Terracotta Army, and it's not the Huns. Petra. Oh, Petra. I love Petra. It's one of the most amazing sites you can go to. Absolutely just jaw-dropping. I've been to the pyramids. The pyramids really didn't do anything for me, but Petra, it is glorious. I think it's the fact that these cliffs here that you kind of see a little touch of, you kind of have to walk through a good mile. Maybe it's a couple miles. I don't know, like at least a good mile of these cliffs, and you can just, yeah, it just builds such a scene before you turn up. And also, I remember at the end of the day, I had a bit of a headache, a bit too much time in the sun, and some guy who just sold basically bananas and, well, paracetamol. He didn't sell it actually; he just gave it to me. And my days, does Jordan have very good paracetamol? So fair enough, lads, fair enough. And with that, Oh my, oh my. Oh Thebes. Oh Thebes is going to start having some beautiful land. It's going to start growing towards the desert, I think we are. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Now, if we had desert folklore as well, that would be absolutely marvellous. Unfortunately, we didn't go for Stonehenge. I don't know, there's still pantheons around. Religions can still be founded for. No. No, there's not. Sadly, no desert folklore for us. That would be a nice one, especially with Petra. But there are too many other priorities to go for, aren't there? Too many others. But things are still looking pretty good. We've got a lot of our early plays in hand here. And to be honest, the only reason I really wanted a pantheon, if I got one, would have been nice if I got a city-state or a random village. But yeah, the main reason would have simply been for the old the pantheon for building the ancient wonders. But it's only the ancient classical, so only would have worked for us for so long. Okay, Thebes now can't actually build anything else because we're building that over there now, which means we're at that weird position where we're actually going to have to do something other than build a wonder for, well, 2 turns, I suppose, till the National College is out. 11 turns till the Chichen Itza then, and with that in mind, it's time to create ourselves another city. And this is up here now, probably ideal. We're right next to the cows to give us some early food. We're going to build, we just need to finish the road. We're going to finish the road. It's slightly been mucking up our money, but at the very least, we'll have a nice collective road system. We have a road straight over the oasis. Apparently, the only nice spot in the entire of this desert. We just built a road over it. Marvellous stuff. And yeah, over here, there's not a lot we can do other than, I suppose, build ourselves some sort of worker. So a horseman, I guess, will be what we go for. Over here, likewise, we're just getting ourselves a few basic units out. I think, though, at this point, we just will add the Oracle on because we're at that kind of point where we just have, well, some spare production going. I don't need I can't afford too many more troops, so I'm not going to throw extras in if I can't actually afford them, or at least if I can't massively afford them. But I think these are 3 cities. This is what we're going to go for, basically. Nothing more than this. I don't think we need all this extra gold. We'll grow into it in time anyway, so I'm not really bothered about any of that. We will, though, make sure that we've got all of this blocked up. We'll put forts on odd patches, maybe that side of the river, I don't know. We'll build the odd fort where we need to. That will be absolutely marvellous. And yeah, I think it's starting to come together quite nicely here. Not sure, actually. Is there a good wonder I could jump into while I have a moment? Is there a good idea, a better plan than where we're currently getting 10 turns of civil service, of course. At the moment, it doesn't look like there's too much more of interest. I want to be heading towards... Yeah, Chichen Itza isn't the worst plan in the world, although actually, Machu Picchu is what I was considering before. 25% gold wouldn't be terrible. Bit of happiness, some engineer points, other golden ages, that's what I wanted this for. Oh yeah. Let's increase the golden age, we're going to hopefully... -2, oh, we're on 2 on happiness. That's a problem, actually. That's definitely a problem that we need to solve. So yeah, what was I just talking about happiness? Machu Picchu is not for that. Did you happy? Yeah, +4 happiness. Okay, yeah, then we are just definitely building straight towards that. How can we fix the happiness in the short term? Well, there are some oranges right here. So let's go build some oranges. Apparently there were still pantheons to be founded, and we could have actually got that. That's a bit annoying. Although there's only so many ways we can get ourselves any of that loveliness at this point in the game. However, in spite of the fact that we can't really get faith in many ways, there were still pantheons. Still 4 religions, but oh yeah, look, pantheon is still there, 15 faith. So, well, actually that's interesting because happiness can be solved, but we could go for Notre Dame. We could go for Machu Picchu +2 faith. That might. Do we want pantheon? Well, we could. It might be worth it, It might be worth going for that. Let's just have a little look. See, maybe we can do that. Although, do we need a mount? Machu Picchu is the mountain one. Yeah, 2 tiles of a mountain. You are none of these towns are in 2 towns of a mountain. That's a problem. A literal problem. I could have built it on the here, Tom, and I could have got. Oh, I made a mistake. Damn and blast. Okay, well, scrap that plan. We can't get faith from Machu Picchu. Back to Chichen Itza. We all knew that was the right one in the first place. It should be said with all of these city-states here, big piles of units. I mean, I do not see Nizhny Novgorod making their way through, especially if I start plugging this gap as well, which is obviously exactly what I'm doing. Oh, this looks absolutely lovely. Let's get myself another unit back there. I've got ourselves a chariot down south. One more infantryman. Oh yeah, we're one turn from the Oracle. Isn't that just lovely? We're going to keep on chopping down random bits of forest, which are not so important for blocking our blocking off their attacks, because that one's a little bit more out of the way. So yeah, we'll leave these forests around here, leave this patch over here, and hopefully, can we just eat this up, please, Memphis? You've moved down here to the stone, fine. It's going to do this, isn't it? I don't have enough money. I do need some money, so let's see about all of that nonsense. Just fortify. You, sir, you're done. Just build the farm, build the farm, build the farm, and we have ourselves fruits, which means our happiness is back up to a good level. And yeah, we'll just chop that down as well. Just going to keep on chopping, building a horseman over there, because there's really nothing much to do at the moment. Did we build that guild over here? Yes, we did. How lovely. Got ourselves a writers guild up in the mountains. Oh, that's just beautiful. They're in the medieval era. Religion is enhanced, and we've got ourselves the Oracle because we can. Isn't that marvellous? So legalism provides free culture building the first 4 cities. Well, that's good, because we can't build those otherwise. So I'll quite happily have all of that nonsense. That's a free something or other. Yeah, look, all these free buildings. It's the only way we're going to get any of that nonsense, so we're going to have to take it, I think. Right, it's turn 68. Our size is 23. We need the National College, and we need to start moving with that kind of nonsense. Also, that was actually, we actually just had one anyway. So, plus 10% growth, plus 2 in the capital. That is such a good one. Love landed elite. Well, I don't love the landed elite. I love the tenant landed elite. Let's get that one right. Plus 1 gold, minus 1 happiness for every 2 citizens in the capital. That is also very nice, and we'll finish tradition, giving us all sorts of joy. But yes, this is coming together very nicely. We are slowly getting there, but we've hit that kind of annoying part that you occasionally get, where you can't actually. Oh yeah, with the national epic, yeah, where there's not really much to build. That's the 4 turns. Takes us up to Chichen Itza. It is time to denounce Attila, and why am I doing this? Why do I poke the bear? Well, yeah, he's been threatening my little city-state, and to be honest, one of the things that does slightly irritate me in this is that they get threatened, but it isn't like you can really do much other than say, no, I support them still, and that's kind of it. So Hanoi have actually asked me to denounce them, so thus I have done so. That could have interesting consequences, but overall, we've got troops here, they've got troops around here, we're just throwing horsemen at them from those 2 cities because that's their job. What I do need to do is trying to get something on the economy. Now, that is where, if I just got Machu Picchu, that's faith and money. Ugh, if we just built it on this little hill here. I mean, that would be 4 away, but honestly, that wouldn't have been the end of the world, would it? Oh well. Not a perfect run thus far. Not a perfect run, but what we'll try and do is we'll get ourselves towards the end of this era, and maybe we'll call it a day there, because I'm liking where this is going. I mean, it's a 2-parter. We've got the setup here. I've mentioned most things that have gone on here because it's been the setup part of the game, but very soon, I think we're going to be at the point where, yeah, we'll be playing through, skipping through the turns a little bit quicker. So let's have this a 2-part. Let's get ourselves to the end of this era. We'll call it there. Into the medieval era we go then, and oh, the luscious fields of wheat, and apparently almost Albania's flag over there, which is just marvellous. Thebes, though, obviously now can move on to Chichen Itza, and I think this is a good place to leave it here today, ladies and gents. Let's just have a little look at how we've done. How have we done? We've got ourselves the Great Library, the Hanging Gardens, we've got ourselves Petra and the Pyramid, and the Oracle just as a random bonus one. But we've also got the National Epic, which is very nice indeed. We do need to get on the whole, National Library business. But I suppose we've only got 3 cities here. I will allow myself to build the libraries in order to later demolish them. I'm trespassing in Manilva. Right, okay, I'm trespassing because you just claimed that territory that I'm standing there to protect you, you damn fools. Anyway, we're going to wander over there. That is built. I was just trying to see if there's any Anything else I could build to help out these guys? But apparently not. Right, they're going to give me random units. That's fine by me. I'll just give them back. I don't want to give them back. It's fine. I'm not going to demand tribute from Manilva. Manilva? There's a town called Manilva, not too far from where I am. Manila. Manila. No, won't worry about that. But it's good to see that they're defending themselves. They've really got this plugged up, haven't they? Lovely to see. We'll just make sure we are guarding them best we can. Memphis over here does have itself the Writers Guild, so it's not completely Wonderlust, although Heliopolis is the Wonderlust city, and we'll call this the city of Wonderlust for the time being. That might be a title for the episode, actually. Maybe we should call the episode Wonderlust. Oh, lovely. I've figured out the title right at the death. So yes, this is part one of, I'm going to say 2 parts. We'll keep it short and sweet with a challenge run like this. No need to make it go on forever, but I think this has been interesting. We've got ourselves a potential big conflict next time, but I'm kind of happy that we've got this. Yeah, that he hasn't attacked them as early on as I might imagined. The economy is a bit rubbish. Happiness is a bit rubbish, but I think it's time for Notre Dame, which I love when I can get, but we'll see if we can pull that one off. But I will join you again for more Civ 5 next time. Oh, it's lovely. I love Civ 5. Obviously, I could be playing Civ 6. I'm playing Civ 5. I much prefer Civ 5 as a general rule. They're a bit different, the 2 games. But no, Civ 5 is the one for me. And I thought if I'm going to play Challenge Run, I might as well play the game that I know a lot better, albeit a bit rusty, hence I forgot a couple of little things like trying to get this mountain range here. Oh well, it is what it is. If you have any suggestions, any advice for me before I get to the second part of this, do put those down in the comments down below. What should I really be focusing on? Obviously, in Terra Pisa, Porcelain Tower, that kind of thing is an absolute must. But yeah, actually, if I want to go for diplomacy, I do need to start thinking about patronage, because I do need to make sure that I get myself the Forbidden Palace. So that's something to think about next time. To finish up tradition, head on to patronage. Fine. Right, I will leave it for now. I'm Thomas, this is Nerd, it's the Human, and this has been our Wonderlust challenge on Civ 5. Thank you, and goodbye. The most plunderful time of the year. No flag, no country. Simultaneous death roboting. That's what we all came to see. The golden age as we nuke the world. These guys will soon be blown out of the water. Did you see what I did there? I am not proud of myself.